I'm Anusha and I'm currently in my first year of medicine at King's College London. I've decided to make an interview prep series following on from my BMAT prep series based off of my personal experience of having gone through the interview process last year. Now of course everyone revises differently and by no means are my tips the only ones that you should be using, but I'm hoping that they're insightful for the interview process itself, the different styles of interview that you can have, how you might go about preparing for it, what you might want to include and what you should avoid. So this prep series will cover mainly tips for medicine interviews, but there'll be some other general tips that will overlap with other courses that you might find useful, so I'll be sure to specify what videos I include those in. Once you've sent off your university application, for most courses it's a case of waiting to hear back from the university about offers, but for other courses and for all Oxbridge applicants, the next thing that you would do is prepare for your potential interviews. Veterinary medicine, medicine and dentistry, all universities require you to sit an interview as part of your application process. Alongside that, a lot of other courses require you to sit an interview depending on the university that you want to apply for, so be sure to check that out when doing your research for universities and see if that applies to you. Now I just wanted to mention that for those of you that are preparing for potential Oxbridge interviews, I've made a separate video on applying for Oxbridge where I talk through my experience, my interview, how it went, what I learned from it, as well as some specific medicine tips, so feel free to check that out if you think it'll be useful for you. On a side note, I got a new mug. It won't be replacing the old one, don't worry. It just basically means that I have to make less trips to the kitchen to make it. If I'm being honest, looking back on it last year, it was probably the most enjoyable part of the application process for me. Imagine. No, but seriously, I felt like it was a part of the application where we were able to show who we are, how we think, and ultimately why we deserve to study the degree we applied for. So of course we have a personal statement that we send off where we include why we want to do the degree, what skills we've learnt to help with that, our best attributes, things like that. But I feel like with an interview you're able to portray those in real life and in a different way to what you might be able to do on paper, because there's only so much that you can mention in a statement. For example, for courses such as medicine and dentistry, you're required to show that you have interpersonal skills, which can sometimes be difficult to portray on paper, so an interview is the perfect opportunity to highlight that. A subset of that is soft skills, which I'll mention in further videos, but I also mention in my personal statement video. So that's a brief overview into what to expect in the next couple of videos for my series. If you think that it's something that will be useful for you or insightful, then make sure to subscribe to my channel to stay updated. I'm also going to be having regular updates on my Instagram, which is at my GKT monologues if you want to check that out. If you have any questions, feel free to message me there or leave in the comments below. All I really have left to say is that if you're from England, we are in our second national lockdown because of COVID-19, and in general all around the world, a lot of you might be feeling anxious at the moment. So make sure that you stay safe, you stay well, and yeah, stay tuned.